When we create a new package in the MIGX Package Manager, an example schema gets created. In the schema there are a lot of columns with a special functionality. Let's take a look at them in this video. We only keep the table for the items. We delete some of the columns and the relationship to the deleted group table. Then we add two additional fields with the keys unpublished on and unpublished by. We save the schema. Then in the Package Manager, we parse the schema and create the database table. The next step is to create a new MIGX configuration. We set the name and unique MIGXid to item. In the tab CMP settings we add labels for the custom manager page. In the tab MIGXdb settings we set the package to my company and the class name to my company item. We add an action button to add new items, and the option to update items in the context menu. In the tab Form tabs we add a field for the title. Then in the tab Columns we add the necessary ID column, and another one for the title. Then we add columns for the fields created by, created on, edited by, and edited on. Let's save the config and go to the Custom Manager page. When we add a new item, we can see that the columns created by and created on get automatically filled in. When we update the item, the fields edited by and edited on get filled in. The fields created by and edited by show the ID of the user. To change the format of the date that gets displayed, we go back to the config. In the columns for the dates, we change the renderer to this .render date. Back in the CMP, we can see that the display changed. This renderer formats the dates according to the System Settings Manager Date format and Manager Time format. To show the name of the user instead of the ID, there are different options. In the config, we change the created by column. We change the field to an arbitrary value and the renderer to this .render chunk. Then in the field render chunk template we use the created by placeholder and the output modifier user info to output the username. In the CMP, we can see that now for the created by column, the username gets displayed. Another option is to use a join. In the config, in the tab MIGXdb settings we scroll down to the field joins. As there are no relationships defined in the schema, we have to define all necessary parameters here. We give the join the alias editedby. We join the item class of this config to the MODX class mod user. We define that the relationship is between the ID column of the user table and the editedby column of the item class. With select fields we specify the fields that get selected from the user table. Then we have to change the editedby column. We set the field to editedby _ username to display the value from the join table. As we can see in the Custom Manager page, the editedby column now shows the username as well, To test the Publish field, we remove some of the columns in the config. Then we add a new column for the field published. We set the renderer to this .render click cross-tick. This renderer is only to publish or unpublish items. Then we also add new columns for the fields published on, published by, unpublished on, and unpublished by. In the tab Form tabs we add a new field. The field name is published. The Input TV type is checkbox. In the tab Input Options we set the input option value. Then in the tab Context menus we select the options Publish and Unpublish. Back in the CMP, when we add a new item, we can select if it should be published or not. In the Context menu, depending on the state of the item, we can now either publish or unpublish it. The published state is shown with icons. With a click on the icon, we can also publish or unpublish the item. As we can see, the values for unpublished on and unpublished by get set when an item is unpublished. But when we publish an item with the context menu, or a click on the icon, only the published on value is set. The value for published by remains 0. This seems to be an oversight in the code, as only the time and the status are set. It works correctly though, when the state is set in the update window. In the config, in the tab Action Buttons we can select the option Bulk. With this option, we can publish or unpublish multiple items at once. First we select the items to unpublish in the grid, then we click the button to run the action. To test the deleted field, we again remove some of the columns in the config. Then we add a new column for the field deleted. We set the renderer to this .render cross-tick. This renderer shows the state with icons, but has no click handler. Then we add new columns for the fields deleted on and deleted by. In the tab Form tabs we again add a new field to the update window for the deleted state. The Input TV type is checkbox. And in the tab Input Options we set the input option value. Then in the tab Context menus, we select the option Recall_Remove_Delete. Choose this option, and not the option Remove when you have a column with the name deleted. In the CMP, in the Context menu, we have now the option to delete an item. When an item is deleted, we have the option to recall it, meaning undeleting it. With the Bulk Action button, we can also delete multiple items at once. In the Context menu of deleted items, there is also the option Remove. This removes the item completely, and deletes it from the database table. In the config, in the tab Action Buttons, we can select the options Toggle Trash and Empty Trash. With these buttons, in the Custom Manager page, only items that are not deleted are shown. To see the deleted items, we have to click the button Trash View. With a click on Normal View, we go back to the undeleted items. Recalling an item in the context menu now moves it to the other view. Deleting an item moves it to the trash. Then with a click on the empty trash button, we can completely remove all the deleted items. As an alternative for the context menu, we can show buttons in a column. In the configuration, we go to the tab Column Buttons and choose the options we want as buttons. The options are the same as in the context menu's tab. Then in the tab Columns we add a new column. We set the renderer to this .render row actions. Back in the CMP, we can see that there is now a new column with buttons to publish or delete an item. To output the data on the front end, we have to add a where property to the snippet call to only output items that are published and not deleted.